Leo, to your end of the month reading for May. I hope you guys are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new, welcome, welcome. And cross watchers, of course. I have this beautiful Two of Cups coming out. Beautiful Cancerian card. This is talking about aligning with another person, bringing in that strength. I'm really feeling negotiations going on in this card, whether it's platonic, whether it's a relationship, a love relationship, business. But I do feel a lot of negotiation. Like we're aligning together so that we can negotiate on this situation. Seeing eye to eye, for sure. Yeah, it wasn't the best of times. Hasn't been the best of times lately. This could definitely be a love situation. Put it where it needs to be for you. But it definitely doesn't feel like there's the greatest, happiest times here, whether it's within the family dynamic or just you and a loved one or whatever your partnership is. But it does feel like where those dreams have fallen apart, things have been really rocky, things are starting to align. You're coming to this place of compromise and negotiations. Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's been nothing but a nightmare. Before I say anything, I'm going to grab a couple more cards because I do see where one person really wants to fix this and someone else is in their head about the situation, not sure exactly how this is going to come together. But then it's just like this spark of want to have this negotiation go the right way. And then all of a sudden it starts going the way. I think it's you. I think you want this to work. I'm going to say you. If you know it's the other person, that's fine. It's just like I'm not sure where they're coming from. But I can't stop thinking about this situation, almost to the point where it's obsessive. That obsessive thinking, which is causing insomnia. Can't get that out of my head. There's going to be a talk that's going to be had with the Queen of Pentacles. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. It could be a Taurus. It could be anyone. It could be a Gemini. It could be a Libra. It could be another water sign. But I feel like there is going to be this talk that you're having with the Queen of Pentacles when it's saying, we're going to have this conversation that we're going to negotiate. There comes the negotiation. They want to come back together with you. They want to have this. Yeah, they're tired of the Five of Cups. Looking at the spilt milk, which is driving this relationship to the ground. Overcoming the obstacles. So I do feel like you're going to find the peace that it's needed to this situation. You have the Two of Cups here and the Five of Cups. There's two cups standing behind this person. All she's got to do is turn back and stop looking at the Three of Cups down to realize that that Two of Cups is right behind her. She's going to wake up, or he's going to wake up to this situation and say, okay, you know what? I'm done looking at what's fallen. I want to have this conversation with you about what's real, what's going on, how we're going to get back to this place of negotiation, compromise, bringing that love back together so that way we can at least be somewhat happy again. Yeah, there was a lot of toxic energy going on. Somebody else could have gotten involved in this situation, which didn't make this any better. Somebody's interference or something that's interfering. Maybe they're drinking. Maybe their drinking is interfering in the situation. But whatever that is, the truth is going to come out to make this known. They're feeling the pain just as much as you're feeling the pain at this time. They know that this cannot continue this way. Something has to give. If that truth isn't spoken, if that truth doesn't come out, then this is not going to really heal itself or fix itself. So I do feel like they're going to come forward admitting these wrongs, admitting these faults, admitting whatever it is that they need to admit, okay? Yeah, and this is going to be empowering. They need to boss up. They're going to boss up and put themselves into this boss mode and, you know, pull up their boss pants, put on a belt, you know, and get over here and do what's right. Because there is definitely love. There is definitely a connection. There is definitely a great partnership, you know, to be had over here. If they just get out of this way of sabotaging this situation. I think that's exactly what it was. Of course, still is. So there is going to be some communication about the past and the way that we were in the past, like I said, because it feels to me like there was 10 of Cups at one time, obviously. And it just feels like you're going to have this nostalgic truth coming out, which is going to lead you down kind of memory lane. Like, remember when we used to go to the ice cream shop and we used to share this big old giant banana split because it was so big. Remember we used to go to the bar and we used to get those big giant drinks and it would take us 2 straws each. I actually remember those drinks. I don't drink anymore, but I do remember those. It's like, yeah, I do remember that. Thanks. Thanks, Spirit. I do. But it's something about that nostalgic, right? If you guys have been, you know, friends since you were children, it would be like, remember we used to ride our bikes and, you know, or whatever. So there's going to be a lot of memories that are going to relieve the 10 of Swords from this situation. That's what's going to cause this compromise. It's almost like you're relearning. The memories are going to reset the emotions. Yeah, it's going to reset the emotions. It's going to reset where that love, where that friendship, where that happiness once was. And it's going to take it and reset it back to where it needs to be. This is going to allow strength to come back into the relationship. It's also going to make you feel stronger too. Queen of Wands, that's your card. And for me, Leo energy. Saying this is where I'm going to find that confidence that I can trust this person again. That's where I'm going to find the strength within the relationship again to bring us back to those happy times. To rebuild and reset this back to where it needs to be. 10 of Cups needs to be upright. Giving us the abilities to dream. Not just sitting over here with rose-colored glasses. Nothing like that. There's no illusions. No hoping. No hopes. No hopes. Just faith. Just do. And that's exactly what it is. The Queen of Wands is action. Knowing that the action is going to be taken. Knowing that this, you know, that this is going to build the next. Because you guys are finally going to open up to each other. 10 of Pentacles. To be able to grow this again. Rebuild this again on solid ground. For that happiness, that connection. That happy future. Giving each other that chance again. Making the magic happen within this relationship. And it all comes from what the past experiences. Going down memory lane. Remembering who we used to be before this toxic thing got in the way. Or ideas got in the way. And just going back to pretty much just the roots of who we are and where we came from and what started all of this. You know, the truth is this can't happen this way, but do you remember when this wasn't in the way? Remember when that didn't exist? Then we can start over. Growing together, starting again, rebuilding, reorganizing. Like I said, through trust. Not hopes, but trust and faith. Bringing that happy family, those happy times, this happy relationship back to pretty much just living under the sun and the light, from the darkness to the light. Wow. You know, it's crazy because for you, Leo, you may even be giving them ultimatums. I do see that for some of you. Coming in so strong with an ultimatum. Well, if you ain't going to change, then I'm not going to do this. But what you don't realize is they're actually coming in as an emperor, and that could catch you off guard. And that's why it kind of turns. There's like a shift in the dynamics, because they're going to be like, I know exactly what you're saying, and you're going to be like, it feels like they're going to catch you off guard for some of you. Because you didn't, I just feel for a lot of you, it's going to catch you off guard because it's going to be unpredictable. You're not going to actually see them that willing to want to hold on to this relationship, to be in that boss mode, to want to put down this toxic energy. We're just going to call it energy because it could be anything. And actually want to build this with you, wanting to align with you. So I do feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be very unpredictable. It's going to catch you really off guard. Okay. And maybe it was because for some of you, you've done this before and you're like, yeah, but they said such, you know what I mean? But maybe they weren't ready. Maybe they thought they were ready, but they were overconsumed by this dark energy, we're going to say, right? The devil. Temptations, addictions, destructive behavior. Anything negative you can think of it, that's the devil, right? Being changed, we can say change at the dark side, right? But now they're coming to the light over here. Okay, so let's get an angel card over here and see what's going on. Communicate clearly, Spirit says. Make sure that you communicate clearly. Let them know exactly what's going on so that they can let go, so you can let in. We're going to let go of these chains. We're going to let go of the 9 of Swords for yourself. They're going to let go of this, or try their hardest to let go of this devil energy. But I think they really want you to be on their side. When you're doing this nostalgic walk with them, they're going to show you that true side of themselves, and who you may have not seen for a while, but there could be helpful people who need to get involved in this situation. Maybe they need mentorship. Maybe they need therapy, right? Maybe they need something, right? But Spirit says, overall, always listen to your intuition, because it always is guiding you to the right answers and to things that you can trust. Okay? I said it before. This is about trust and faith. Willing to be the helping hand if they're actually willing to do something right. Which it looks like they're here. They want to be this 2 of Cups with you. Wow. This is gorgeous. Okay, guys. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.